Imagine waking up one day with a heavy feeling in your chest, an emotional exhaustion that doesn't seem to have a clear reason. You go through your routine, talk to people, do what needs to be done, but something feels off. At some point, a quiet question appears in your mind. Is this just sadness, or could it be something deeper? This question crosses the lives of many people, yet it's rarely answered in a clear and compassionate way. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. The difference between sadness and depression, using simple, relatable comparisons to help you understand what you're feeling and, most importantly, recognize when it may be time to seek professional help. If this kind of content is meaningful to you, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the Well State channel, and turn on the notification bell. That small action helps this message reach more people who may need it, and it ensures you don't miss future videos about mental health, well-being, and quality of life. Sadness is a basic human emotion. Every single one of us experiences sadness at some point. It usually appears as a response to something specific, a loss, a disappointment, a conflict, the end of a relationship, a frustration at work. It's like a visitor that arrives, stays for a while, and eventually leaves. Even when it hurts, sadness still allows room for small breaks of relief. You might laugh at something unexpected, feel comfort during a conversation, or get distracted by a movie or a quiet moment. Sadness comes in waves, but between those waves, there is still space for other emotions to exist. Depression, on the other hand, doesn't behave like a temporary visitor. It feels more like a thick fog that settles in and completely changes the landscape. Even when the day looks bright on the outside, everything feels gray on the inside. Unlike sadness, depression doesn't always need an obvious reason. Sometimes life appears fine from the outside, yet the person feels a constant emptiness, a lack of meaning, and a deep exhaustion that doesn't go away with rest. It's like carrying an invisible weight every single day. A simple comparison can make this clearer. Think of sadness as a rainstorm. It can be intense, it can last hours, or even a few days, but eventually the sky begins to clear. Depression feels more like an entire rainy season, where the days repeat themselves with no sunlight and no sense that things will change. And the hardest part is that the person living in it may start to believe that this weather is permanent. Another important difference is how each one affects daily functioning. When we're sad, even though things feel heavier, we can usually still manage basic responsibilities. Getting out of bed takes effort, but it happens. Work feels harder, but it's still possible. With depression, simple tasks can feel overwhelming. Brushing your teeth, taking a shower, replying to messages, leaving the house, everything seems to require energy that just isn't there. This is not laziness or lack of willpower. It's a condition that directly affects how the brain and body function. Sadness also tends to respect time. Gradually, it transforms, softens, and finds its place in our life story. Depression often lingers. Days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, and over time, the person may begin to lose interest in things that once brought joy. Activities that used to feel meaningful start to feel empty. Loved ones stop being a source of comfort. It's as if the connection to life itself slowly fades. There's also a difference in how a person sees themselves. With sadness, the pain is usually connected to something external. Something happened, something was lost. With depression, the focus often turns inward. Thoughts like, "I'm a burden," "I'm not good enough," or "everyone would be better off without me" may appear. These thoughts are not a conscious choice. They're part of how depression distorts reality and self-perception. So when is it time to seek professional help? One important sign is duration. If emotional suffering lasts for weeks without meaningful improvement, that deserves attention. Another sign is intensity, when emotional pain clearly interferes with your ability to live, work, relate to others, and take care of yourself. And especially when feelings of deep hopelessness, worthlessness, or thoughts that life isn't worth living begin to appear. In these moments, seeking help is not weakness, it's self-care, it's responsibility towards yourself. It's essential to understand that depression is not a lack of gratitude, not drama, and not exaggeration. It is a recognized mental health condition that has been studied extensively and can be treated. Just as we seek medical care when the body is unwell, reaching out to a psychologist or psychiatrist when the mind is suffering is a natural and necessary step. And the earlier that support begins, the better the chances of recovery. If you're recognizing yourself in what's being said here, know that you're not alone. Many people live this internal struggle in silence, believing they have to handle everything by themselves. But no one needs to face this alone. Talking about it, learning about it, and seeking help are already powerful steps towards healing. And if this video is resonating with you, consider liking it, subscribing to the channel, and sharing it with someone who may need to hear this message. It truly makes a difference. As we continue, it's important to address something that confuses many people. Sadness and depression can exist side by side, but they are not the same thing. Everyone with depression feels sadness, but not all sadness is depression. The confusion happens because, on the surface, the signs may look similar. Internally, however, the experience is very different. Sadness hurts, but depression empties. It doesn't bring only pain, but also a loss of pleasure, hope, and meaning. Think of sadness as an emotional wound that is healing. It hurts, it's uncomfortable, but the emotional system is working to recover. Depression is like a wound that doesn't heal on its own because something in the process is disrupted. And that's exactly where professional support becomes essential. Therapy, medical follow-up, and in some cases medication don't erase who you are. On the contrary, they help you reconnect with yourself, with your ability to feel, to live, and to care for your own well-being. Another important aspect is the physical impact. Sadness may bring tears, a tight chest, and the desire to be quiet for a while. Depression often comes with changes in sleep, appetite, body aches, constant fatigue, and difficulty concentrating. The body begins to send clear signals that something isn't right. Ignoring these signals doesn't make them disappear. Listening to your mind and body is an act of self-respect. It's also crucial to break the myth that depression only affects people who have experienced major trauma. It can affect anyone at any stage of life. It doesn't choose age, gender, social status, or level of success. Many people who seem to have everything on the outside are deeply struggling on the inside. Comparing your pain to someone else's only increases suffering and delays the search for help. If you know someone who always seems exhausted, distant, or disconnected from life, try to look at them with empathy. Sometimes what that person needs most isn't advice, but understanding, presence, and gentle encouragement to seek professional support. Small gestures can have a powerful impact. As we reach the end of this video, the main message is simple and deeply important. Feeling sad is part of being human. Living in constant emotional pain does not need to be normalized. Help exists, treatment exists, and there is a path back to a life with more balance, meaning, and connection. Understanding the difference between sadness and depression is a key step towards caring for yourself and for the people around you. If this content was helpful to you, please like the video, subscribe to the Well State channel, and turn on the notification bell to continue receiving content that supports your mental health and quality of life. Thank you for being here, for giving your time to such an important topic, and for choosing to learn and care. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you in the next video.